So I just started a new tour, another tour. This one is pretty long. This is 12-day tour, Highland Extreme. And this is our first stop, Skógafoss, everybody's favorite waterfall. There's a lot of people. And that might be kind of not exactly what we want for photography, but on a trip like this you can't expect to hit every location at midnight, because midnight here would be pretty empty, maybe a few photographers, that's all. But the vehicle I got for this trip is this monster here. The tires are bigger than my kids, and it just looks like a tank. You might ask, for the Highlands of Iceland, do you need those tires? Well, no, you don't. This is the definition of overkill. But does it look cool? Fuck yeah. So let me give you the tour of this car inside. As you can see, there's enough space for us three guys. We're all pretty big guys, but this should be enough. And apart from all the essential, what you might expect from a regular car, you know, here's the gears and the steering wheel, which is kind of important. We have these buttons here, and they do something. And then we have the air thingy here, and that also does something. So we're in good shape. So at Skógafoss, I hear very often, especially midday like this, Skógafoss is actually really nice to shoot in midday because the sun is shining straight into the waterfall, so it's not coming from the side to create these hard shadows. And also because of all the spray, it creates a rainbow very often. Usually, I hope you can hear me. I don't know how the wind thing is on this microphone, but let's see. But people like to complain about other people. There's a lot of tourists. Yeah, I know. But here's the thing. Don't complain about it. Just work around it. There is, first of all, do research. Come prepared. For example, you can go into the river, and if you have foods. So if you shoot up the river at the waterfall, there is no people there, and sometimes you can even walk like they are doing over there on a stone reef and shoot from there. And then you have long exposures. You know, if you have a 10 stop or something, you can do like a minute or 2 minute exposure, because these people are moving around, and then you will have no people. That's going to be a soft waterfall and river, but you know. Then you have Photoshop. It's especially like when people are standing at the base of the waterfall. It's a very simple task to clone that out. So instead of complaining about stuff, go to work. Work around it. There's always a shot. But now I'm gonna show you something interesting with the car. I just learned. So I had this problem with this car when it's pretty high up, and I didn't know how to lower the steps. I have driven cars like this before, but I haven't used this one. So I didn't know how to put the steps down, and I was like, I couldn't figure it out. So I had to call a guy, and he called another guy, and actually, it turned out to be really simple. Let me show you. Okay, first, of course, I have to start the car. you know, heated. It's a diesel, so there we go. Okay, and of course, to do that, I need to turn on the air compressor. It's not loud at all. You can hardly notice it. So then you have to wait a little bit while the air pressure is building up. It's not long. You know, you can listen to the radio, you know, while you wait. Just you have to turn the volume up really high, and then you press the button, and then you wait because it's kind of slow. And then of course I'll just have to go and check if it's down. So it's not down yet, but as you can see, it's almost there. Just wait a little bit. Okay, and now I would just, if the passenger have entered, I would just press the button to pull them up, and now they're coming back in. It's as simple as that. I'll just wait for a minute. It's so patterned. This is so nice. I just don't understand why I didn't figure this out myself. It's so simple, really. I feel stupid sometimes. But let's check if it's back. There we go. Like I'm gonna show you. Back in. Compressor off. It's just that simple. I feel like people tend to forget about detail shot quite a bit. I love detail shots. This is, you know, when I approach a location like this, I tend to start with a wide angle lens. Get my wide angle dramatic shots out of the way. Then I change the lens either to, you know, 24-70 or even 70-200 and get really close and into the detail. You know, just think about it. If you're shooting wide, you have shot this way, you have a shot that way, straight out, you know, there's only so many shots you have. But once you put on that zoom, it's just endless of stuff you can do. So, details, don't forget it. I want to do a shameless plug for my Instagram feed. You should follow me on Instagram. Just look at that. Not only beautiful fingers, but beautiful photographs. Before I go, I'd like to introduce a new segment. It's called Dickhead of the Day. It's not just supposed to be a regular thing. It's only when I see a dickhead that deserves the title. We're at the Black Sand Beach, like I told you, and there's always a short disclaimer here because this beach can be a little bit dangerous. People die here every year because they get too close to the waves and the undercurrent is just too strong, so they're sucked out to sea and they die. So Everybody knows that comes here. Even if you don't have a guide, there are signs. There are signs everywhere. So today's dickhead are those parents here that are pushing their kids to go further and further in the surf for them to get a nice vacation photos. Congratulations, dickheads. You are worthy of the title. That will be me signing out for the day. Thank you for watching. Bye.